I'm bigcal and welcome to my world. Today is another recent video games pickups video themed around the Sony PlayStation. So first up, again, don't have footage for, and that is iToy Play Astro Zoo. Obviously you need the iToy for this. I do have one, but setting it up and in a room large enough to actually use it, bit of a pain, and I can just never be bothered. But yeah, I am closing in on owning all of the iToy games. One of them that I don't have, I would really like, is the one that uses the sword. But oh boy, trying to find one that comes with the sword is damn near impossible here in the UK. And the very few that do come up are extraordinarily expensive for, I believe it's just a green foam sword. Yeah, might end up just at some point trying to get the game on its own. You don't see that come up very often either. Get the game on its own and then make my own sword. As long as it's green, I believe it will work. I think Cadicrus actually did an episode, and I think he made something just out of green paper, and it worked. So yeah, like I said, definitely closing in on all the iToy games, and when I do, hopefully one day I'll make a video out of it. We'll see. I keep saying I'm going to make videos, and they just never get done. Right then, start off now with games that I can show off. For the PlayStation 2, Casper and the Ghostly Trio. Remember those awful asset flip games on PS2 and Wii from Data Design Interactive? Well, imagine if there was a game like them, but with the Casper IP instead. And yes, that is what we have here. Same awful gameplay, but a completely different game. Casper's uncles have kidnapped Wendy, and it's up to you to go and save her. Sadly, all the doors are locked. If only ghosts could go through walls, that would be so easy. Anyway, you wander around, look for keys to open the doors, and engage in terrible combat to defeat enemies that seem to take forever to kill. There was nothing good here when I played it. Yeah, I mainly bought it just because I found out it was basically the same as the Ninja Bread Man and Rock and Roll Adventures games or whatever, but instead of just having the same levels but with new visuals, it is actually a new game, just using their engines, something like that. Yeah, not very good. Right, some PSP stuff, and first we have a UMD video, and that is Chain Reaction, starring Keanu Reeves and Morgan Freeman. I'd never heard of this. I haven't seen it yet, but it seemed like a fun, cheesy 90s action film. Was it 90s or 2000s? I think it's 90s still. Yeah, so I thought, why not? I like collecting UMD movies. Right then, let's get into actual games, and this is one I thought I'd shown off a long time ago, but nope, it was bought fairly early into my illness. Over a year ago when I didn't do anything video-wise for like a year. So it's just been sitting here, finally get to show it off now. Crazy Taxi, Fare Wars. So, do you like Crazy Taxi? Do you like Crazy Taxi 2? Would you like to play them on the go? Of course you would. And luckily for you, that's what Crazy Taxi Fare Wars is. Both Crazy Taxi games on a portable system. And nothing more needs to be said. Drive, take fares, and drive some more. The soundtrack isn't the same, but you can use custom soundtracks to listen to music stored on your PSP, so you can have all the offspring that you want. Yeah, fun portable versions. I think the only downside is the 30 FPS instead of 60, but yeah, it's on a handheld. What do you expect? Still really fun games, and personally I didn't notice anything with the frame rate, so yeah, it was fun to play. Next, again, another game I thought I'd shown off ages ago but hadn't, and this is the Japanese release, the only physical release of this game so far, and that is The Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky, the third. This is just another addition to my ever-increasing Trails collection, and it is the Japanese version, of course. Yet, like I said, to this day we have yet to get an English physical release of the game, so it is nice to have a physical version in my collection. Though, given the remakes of the first two Trails in the Sky games, pretty sure we're going to get a remake of the third one as well, and of course that will get a physical release, and we'll be able to have it and enjoy it and maybe learn to love it, as it is basically tied as my least favourite Trails game. Yeah, so very nice to own that. So that goes to my Japanese PSP Trails collection, which I have a few now. I've almost got them all, I think. Right, moving on then to a really weird one, and that is Kazook. This is a collection of minigames released exclusively in Europe and Australia. Don't worry though, you aren't missing out on anything if you didn't get this game. I got bored after trying out just 2 of the minigames. Yeah. It was cheap. Maybe there's a minigame in there I haven't unlocked that's fun. Right then, let's move on to some slightly more recent consoles. Start with the PlayStation 4 and Lunar Remastered Collection. 2 classic JRPGs ported and remastered to somewhat modern systems. Originally released on the Sega CD and then remade on PS1 and other systems, this collection has the PS1 versions as well as remastered versions that add widescreen support and upscaled visuals. Now, both of them do look fine to me until you get to the animated cutscenes, and yeah, I do not like the remastered versions of that. I do wish you could switch on the fly, but instead you have to basically go to the main menu and start a brand new game, either as the old version or the new version. That's the big downside there, because I would have liked to have just played the new versions, and then when a cutscene happened, press a button and switch to the original versions. But aside from that, 2 games here that I have really wanted to play for many years now, and finally get the chance to. Yep, so good collection. Like I said, I just wish you could switch on the fly. That would be really cool. Right then, next up we have a very, very late Christmas present. Yeah, I mentioned in my what I got for Christmas video that I was still waiting on a present from my friend, and I finally got it like 2.5 months later. And that is Ayuden Chronicles 100 Heroes. Am I saying that right? I have no idea. I've never heard anyone say it out loud. And this is a spiritual successor to the Suikoden series, which my friend bought me as well. The visuals do give off a bit of a budget HD 2D look to me, but I don't think it's bad or anything. It actually has its own unique take on the look. You play as Noah, who joins up with The Watch, a group not unlike Bracers in the Legend of Heroes games. Meet other members and then take on a job with the Empire in an attempt to better relations. Combat is mostly what you would expect from a turn-based JRPG, with positioning being important. You command up to 6 people in combat, some of them are up front and some of them are in the back, so some attacks will only work in specific positions. Yeah, I didn't get very far in this, just tested it out for this video, but yeah, definitely a game that I want to dive into and play at some point. Why is it all the games want to play are JRPGs and they take, hours upon hours? Anyway, right then, next up a game that was a birthday present from my friend Luke in Ireland, and here it is. It is a physical version of the game. Here's a picture. Yeah, it is the Tomb Raider collection of 4, 5 and 6. But as soon as my brother saw that I had it, he just recently got a PS5 and he's played the other Tomb Raider games. Like, oh, can I borrow that and play it? So yeah, he has my physical copy of it and will be playing it long before I will, probably. Yeah, so as I said, this is the second collection of old Tomb Raider games remastered for modern hardware, and it does have the ability to switch between the new and old graphics, which definitely should always be a feature when it comes to remasters. Yeah, I'm not very good at Tomb Raider games. I try with the controls, but there are parts like in this, and it's basically a tutorial, and it says, oh, press the run button and then jump over the gap. And you run, you press the jump, and nothing happens, and you fall down the gap. And you really have to get your timing right on it, and I'm just not very good at it. Yeah, so, oops. Hopefully my brother will have a more fun time playing them in the near future. Right then, next we have one of my latest pickups for the PS5. This was on sale, so I decided to grab it, even though I own it on the Nintendo Switch. And that is one really awesome JRPG, Octopath Traveler 2. This is the sequel to the original HD 2D game. This time the visuals are even better, more so with this version as I originally played it on the Switch. Again, you take control of 8 different characters, each with their own stories, only this time they come together much more cohesively than in the first game. Pretty much everything here has improved from the original game, making it one of the best RPGs in modern times, as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, really good version here. Did they ever release the first Octopath Traveler game outside of the Nintendo Switch? I know it was exclusive for a while, and then thankfully the sequel has been released everywhere, but I don't know. But yeah, the visuals just look so much better on the PS5 than the Switch, obviously, but it really is night and day when it comes to this graphic style. And yeah, really fun game, and I will at some point play through it, though I'm probably going to play Octopath Traveler 0 first, as I actually haven't played that one yet. Lastly then, this game I got for about £6 because I had reward points on the game collection website that I needed to use up. So I bought Terminator 2D No Fate Day 1 edition. This is the 2D side-scroller based on the Terminator that we all wish we'd gotten back in the day but never did. Stunning visuals and audio combined with excellent gameplay, reminiscent of the best side-scrolling shooters in the 16-bit era. It also has branching stories to increase the fun and longevity, so I definitely look forward to playing through it in full. Yeah, so not bad for £6 because not only do you get the game in it, but there are also some goodies in the box as well. Okay, so yeah, we have the game, and I think, yep, it also has a reversible cover, which is basically just that, but I went for this one. Just looks really cool. Comes with a nice quick start guide / manual. Nice to have little physical ones of those. Then it comes with the proper big full colour manual. Very nice. Comes with a cloth poster of basically, is it that cover? Yes, I believe it is, because you can see the T1000 right there, that's there. Yes, a nice cloth poster that I refuse to open because unless I put it up, I'm never going to get it back in there. And then you have a nice little collector's coin for Terminator 2 No Fate, and I believe it's for the amusement park, the arcade that they visit in Terminator 2, and John Connor's friend lies to the cop and saves the world basically. So remember, kids, lie to the police. Yeah, so that's what you get in that, and for £6, that's all I paid for it after using game collection points. Can't argue with that. Well, I'm Big Cal. Thanks for watching. Let me know down in the comments below what you thought of my pickups. Let me know what you bought recently, and I'll see you again next time.